Hey, what's up guys? The Redmi K20 is part of a brand new mid-range lineup by Xiaomi, and globally it's called the Mi 9T. Don't get it confused with the Mi 9, which came out just a few months ago. As a mid-ranger rather than a flagship, what does this one bring to the table? I'm Will for GSM Marina, and let's find out in our full review. Like many premium phones these days, the Xiaomi Mi 9T is made from glass with an aluminum frame. We like our carbon black model, which has a striped pattern lurking beneath the surface, but the dazzling glacier blue is also quite striking. The glass back is curved and its tapered edges give the phone an elegant look. The accents on the camera and the power button are a nice touch too. The phone is big and slippery, and like the regular Mi 9, there is no waterproofing here. Be careful when you're out by the pool this summer. One of the Mi 9T's special features is its motorized pop-up selfie cam. Unlike other similar pop-up modules we've seen, this one is accented with eye-catching LED strips, as if we needed more reasons to play around with it. We're always wary of movable parts, as these may be easier to break, but Xiaomi promises that the mechanism will survive at least 300,000 actuations. And if you drop the phone with a selfie cam out, it will automatically retract to try and protect itself. As a result of the hideaway selfie camera, the Mi 9T has a notch-free edge-to-edge display. It's a brilliant 6.4-inch AMOLED with a tall aspect ratio and a 1080p resolution. Content looks great on this screen, with its deep AMOLED blacks and a sharp 403 ppi. It supports HDR content too, and colors can be quite accurate based on your color settings. Like most AMOLEDs, this one has support for an always-on display for your time and notifications, and it has various themes you can choose from too. Beneath the screen is one of the fastest under-display fingerprint readers I've ever used. Unlocking is a breeze, a lot more responsive than plenty of other phones we've seen lately. If you want, Face Unlock is another option, though it does require you to swipe on the screen, so it's not as fast, and this feature may not be available in all regions. Alongside all of the cutting-edge features, the Mi 9T still brings a regular 3.5mm jack and FM radio. Audio through headphones has very good loudness, but we wish the stereo separation was better. The loudspeaker is on the bottom next to the USB-C port. It scored a very good mark in our loudness tests. Sound quality is also very good, though there is some distortion in the higher registers at max volume. The Mi 9T runs the latest MIUI over Android 9 Pie. It brings quite a few customizations over vanilla Android. One of the biggest differences is that there's no app drawer here. All of your apps will be kept on the home screen, and the task switcher is organized vertically in 2 rows. We feel lucky that the apps that came pre-installed didn't have any ads or banners in them. Some regions will get these by default and you'll have to turn them off manually. You can customize your home screen with different themes, but they're only available if you set your phone to a supported region like India. For storage, you can opt for 64 or 128 gigs built in, and sadly that's it. There is no way to expand it via microSD. At the heart of the Xiaomi Mi 9T is the most powerful mid-range chipset from Qualcomm, the Snapdragon 730, along with 6 gigs of RAM. In benchmarks, it tops the charts against the competition, and we didn't encounter any overheating or throttling. The flagship Snapdragon 855 will still beat it in graphics performance, but you won't have any problems playing the latest games here. The Mi 9T's 4000 mAh battery is about 20% larger than the one inside the Mi 9, and it posted an excellent endurance rating of 100 hours in our proprietary tests. It charges really fast too. With this 18-watt charger, we were able to go from 0 to 45% charged in half an hour. On the back of the Mi 9T, there's a triple camera setup. We have a 48-megapixel main cam with a quad-Bayer filter, an 8-megapixel telephoto cam, and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide cam. None of these have OIS. The main camera's images are 12 megapixels by default. We were really impressed by their quality. They have excellent detail, great contrast, true-to-life colors, and a wide dynamic range. If you want, you can also shoot in 48-megapixel resolution. It isn't really worth the extra storage space they take up. There isn't that much more detail. When using the telephoto cam, zoomed images look great, with plenty of detail. Some are a bit noisier than the photos from the main cam, but this is one of the better telephoto shooters out there. Portraits are taken with a telephoto cam too, and taking the best shot requires plenty of light. If you get it right, the portraits are quite nice and detailed, with excellent subject separation and convincing defocusing. Now on to the ultra-wide-angle camera. Quality is a bit lower than the other two, but the colors are still nice and noise levels are low. If you turn off the automatic distortion correction, you get a sharper image, at the expense of some curvature at the edges of the frame. Now let's move on to low-light photography. Regular shots from the main camera turn out just okay. The lack of OIS restricts the shutter speed, so exposure is darker than we'd like. The phone must use higher ISO, and then reduces the noise with aggressive noise reduction, which takes its toll on the level of detail. If you turn on the dedicated night mode, shots take a bit longer, but it is worth it. You get a proper exposure and subjects look a bit more detailed. They are still rather soft though. If you want to zoom at night, you won't be shooting through the telephoto cam. Instead, you get a digitally cropped and zoomed photo from the main cam. Nighttime photos from the ultra-wide-angle camera aren't very good, due to the aggressive noise reduction, dark exposure, overall softness, and lack of detail. And you can't use night mode with this camera. Let's talk about the selfies. The motorized camera has fixed focus, but if you get the focus distance right, shots turn out excellent. They have more than enough detail, nice colors, and good sharpness. Dynamic range isn't impressive, but auto HDR does improve things. The Mi 9T can capture videos in up to 4K at 30 FPS, and they have electronic stabilization. 4K videos from the main camera are sharp and detailed. There's low noise, nice color rendition, and wide dynamic range. The ultra-wide-angle 4K videos are softer than the regular ones and less detailed. Their color rendition is oversaturated, and the dynamic range is narrower. If you wanted to take a video with the telephoto cam, sadly it isn't possible. Zoomed videos are just a digital crop from the output of the main cam. Overall, the cameras of the Mi 9T are surprisingly excellent during the day. At night, don't expect a lot, and better stick to night mode.
So that's the Xiaomi Mi 9T, or Redmi K20. Almost every feature is a win here, from the notch-free AMOLED screen, to the lightning-fast under-display fingerprint reader, the solid battery life, fast charging, great cameras, killer chipset, and of course that pop-up selfie cam you can show off to your friends. As far as downsides, the cameras aren't that great at nighttime shooting, but they're alright, and your storage isn't expandable here. But to be honest, there isn't a lot to complain about. So overall, the Mi 9T is a feature-packed upper mid-range device that a lot of people would be happy with. It brings great value and definitely earns our recommendation. Thanks for watching guys, and see you on the next one.